Hey YouTube, this is Prince from Desi Programmer. Welcome back to another exciting video about Flutter. And how are you guys doing with Flutter? And are you really loving this series of Flutter that we are having right here? I know we don't have many videos as of now, but surely we are adding one every day. I'm trying my best to publish at least a single video every day in this channel about Flutter. And if you guys are really loving this series, do let me know. And two more things that I would like to point out at this point is that in this video we are going to talk about colors in Flutter, which you may think that, hey, seriously, like, are you just going to tell us how to pick hex colors? Well, no, this is not just about picking colors, it's about using colors in Flutter, which is a bit trickier. I mean, I did tell you last video that you can just use these colors, then a period, and then you get some material colors by default like red, blue, gray, cyan, black, and so on. And you can actually pick them, but we guys know that we are not just limited to these simple colors. Like, we do need to work with more colors, and for that you have to understand and watch this video till the end, because I'm going to tell you how you can work with Flutter. Because if you think of something like color, then you provide this hex code and it's going to work, then trust me, you're going to fail very badly. The second point is that this video is going to be in English, so those who are waiting for another language version of this video, then I'm sorry. And the reason is that this video has nothing too much technical details that I have to publish in another language. So I guess we are good to go with this video, so let's begin. In the previous video we did create something not very entertaining, but we did learn a lot about the text widget. To be honest, I tried to take out each and everything that's very necessary for the text widget. Some things which were not even necessary, like this background, but still we did learn a lot about the text widget in the previous video. And there I did tell you that you can use this color option to color your text, where you had this colors dot red, and if you hover over this color, it says that, hey, this is a color class. And you cannot use an absolute color from the package, but you will have to create some structure, and there is a lot of things right here. But this is somewhat that says that when you go for options, like when I say something like black, you get this black with 12% opacity, black with 26% opacity, and so on. Now this is not something that we always want to use, right? Like, this is how my app looks right now. Come on, this is how our app looks right now. And I want to tell you how you can use hex colors and RGB colors. Like, there are three methods using which you can use colors in Flutter. But before that, let me just change this text to understanding custom colors in Flutter. Let's save this, run this. Okay, it's looking cool. Now, first of all, let's try to understand how we can actually pick hex colors in Flutter. And that's very easy, actually very easy. I mean, yeah, obviously that is. You have to just use, instead of colors, you have to use color starting with a capital C, and then we will have to construct a lower 32-bit color value in this color. And how do we do that? Well, that's very simple. We have to provide some values right over here. Okay, the first two values are going to be constant, that is 0 and x, that we have to provide. Just remember this, 0 and x you have to provide every time. Then the two values are going to talk about the opacity of the color. It could be ff, which means full opacity, 00, which means very less opacity, and you can just check out this list of opacity by simply googling it. And the next six characters are going to be the hex values. I have this website already open, and we have a lot of colors. Like, let me just pick this one. I click on copy, that color is copied, and now I have to pass this hex value, but without this hash sign. That's it. I mean, seriously, that is pretty much it. You have to just use this 0 and x at the beginning. Then we have to pass this opacity, and then 6 digit, or you can say 6 characters hex code, not digit. We can call it digit because it had numbers too. 6 character hex code without the hash sign. Save this, and let's see what we have. Well, nothing changed, right? Let's save it again. Okay, I'm sorry, I was coding in C++, so I ended up using a semicolon. We had to use a comma. And now you see that the color changed. It's 0x, FF, 9b, 59b6. I hope you guys understood. If you did not, let me just alter some of the values to tell you what happens. Like, if I just want to use this color at once, I will go here and I will replace this with the last 6 characters, but without this hash sign. cool. I'm good to go. You can see this color change to alizarin, and this ff defines opacity, which can be ff, which means fully opaque. If I do 00, then nothing will be visible because it will be completely transparent. And there are a lot of values, I don't remember all of them, but this is 99, that makes sure that this is 60% or 55% transparent. So this is how we work with hex colors in Flutter. Yeah. Now we have to talk about working with RGBs. Well, that's also a bit trickier. The reason is that when you use this color and that dot, you get these two options. Okay, I'm not talking about alpha, blend, and lerp, not right now at least. You get these two colors from ARGB or फिर RGBO. See, ARGB is also okay. You can work with that, but but there is something more trickier in working with ARGB. And to be honest, the same color can easily be exhibited in a hex code or in RGB or anyone. So now that I've already told you about R hex code, I will just talk about RGB or not about ARGB, because ARGB, because in ARGB we will have to construct a 8 color from lower 8 bits of the 4 integer. It's almost like RGB, but the difference is that here red doesn't extends from 0 to 255. That's a very small difference. If you understand RGBO, you can be easily working with ARGB, but trust me, you're not going to need it anytime soon. So ARGBO, very easy, but the reason nobody actually finds it easy is that this name which is RGBO, which they say as red green blue opacity, is actually RGBA in CSS. As you can see right here, it's red green blue alpha in CSS, and we have to use the same values, just a difference is in the name. So if you are familiar with RGBA in CSS, you are good to go. If you're not, then that's okay. We have to provide four values actually. First one red, second one green, third one blue, RGB, and then O, which stands for opacity. Well, red extends for 0 to 255. Let me make it 255 so that it stays red. Green 0, blue 0, and alpha stands from 0.0 to 1.1 with with respective to increasing capacity. That means 0.0 completely transparent, and 1.1 is not transparent at all. So if I do something like 1.0, not 1.1, if we just save it, and okay, why do you have an error? Oh, my bad. Actually, we should be providing the same values, but here we will have to use this from RGBO. Only then it can understand that we are providing RGBO, and these commas are persistent, like we don't need to remove them. Save it, and you can see the difference right here. It's completely red. If I make the red 0, but if I make the green 255, so now this will be completely green, as you can see, and this is absolutely opacity. If I make it 0.0, save it. Oh, come on, why can't I type very well while I'm recording videos? I don't understand this. Okay, now this is completely transparent, we don't see a thing on our screen. And if I make it 0.5, now you can see, like, a little bit on my screen. So that's pretty much it in this video. We did learn about how we can use our custom colors in Flutter, and well, it was just trickier, not very hard, just tricky. Something that you have to remember, if you're using hex colors, then you have to use this 0x, then two values that will talk about the opacity, which are not like 00 to ff. You will have to check these two string values from Google, because you don't need to by heart it. It's completely different. It was something like 0001262b, kind of that. So there's no pattern which you can easily understand. And then the six character hex code without the hash sign, that's it. Or if you want to use RGBO, then you have to use color dot from RGBO, and then the four values which stand for red, green, blue, and opacity. If I make this 255, now it will be blue. Yeah, just save it. No, how can I provide two colors at once? Now it will be blue. So that was pretty much it in this video. I'll catch you up soon in the next video, talking more about Flutter widgets as much as we can. But till then, keep loving, keep coding, keep sharing, and make sure that you show your love towards us.